What's up? Welcome to another Eskwilax hour. This is episode 96. We're 4 episodes away from 100, which is right now we're working on the art battles for episode 100. And then so far we have about 4 or 5 competitors, and you know who you are. And as we go, I'm gonna start posting them, and the audience will be able to vote that day, so it'll be exciting. So yeah, the Eskwilax hour, we'll bring you artists, live painting, and local issues. You know, Boyle Heights. Thank you again, 323Ts. We'll tag you guys later on our Instagram, so people can go to your page, get hooked up with some shirts. And because I've been getting questions, be like, hey, where you get your Boyle Heights shirt? They love this shirt. So yeah, and also embroidery kid, still rocking his Eskwilax hat. Cool. So yeah, today I'm gonna interview Senor Guzman. I'm gonna interview him. Yeah, you guys heard that right. But yeah, and then he's gonna do some live painting for us. But it's what I don't know if you guys remember when I started like 2 years ago. I was doing a lot of graph, and but right now I'm more on the hosting side. So today we have Guzman, Senor Guzman. Yeah, you guys heard that right. Nah, yeah, he's gonna do some live painting with some spray paint, and cool. You wanna step up and say hi to the audience?
What's going on, everybody?
Sergio. You guys thought it was Chapo, huh?
The Guzman thing, yeah, man. He got extradited, so it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, here. Live.
Cool, man. Thanks for making it, because, the rain and all this stuff going on, Trump and all that stuff in downtown. You didn't come from downtown, right? You said you're local.
No. Local, but definitely came from Santa Monica.
Oh, yeah?
Faced the drama on the way
here. I know
there's
because a friend of mine told me, there's like, whoa, there's like a big crowd down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know,
Yeah.
But then, I looked into the news and, big protests. But, thanks for
definitely, man. Thank you for having me.
Time.
No, man, this is beautiful.
Yeah, so, if you want to, let's take a seat, learn a little bit about you and your art. And
I like how the art's like right there. It's just flowing in the background. Like, technology's come a wonderful way.
Yeah, it's, it'll be cool. Later on in the future, they can actually do the holograms, like boom.
Be able to touch through it, definitely.
It'd be crazy. But yeah, man, cool. And what is the art? What does it say?
Oh,
you want to tell the audience?
Yeah, in the back
Because I don't know if everybody can read graph,
Yeah, I know that happens a lot. Like it could look like, to me it looks like an obvious M, but to some people it's like that. I don't know. That kind of looks like a French fry. In the back it says Mesia. That was one of the walls that we did. Me and some other guy, Keo, from Vision's crew. Back in the day. It's on Evergreen, or it was on Evergreen, because that's a spot that's just started to get, like, they started painting over it like a bunch of times.
What's the cross street on there?
Evergreen and Chavez.
Is that what, a liquor store? No, it's not a liquor store.
You know what's there, man? Like, you know how there's a gas station?
Yeah.
And then right across from there is just a building?
Okay.
that whole building, they used to paint it a lot. There's still 2 murals on the side of it, like going down the hill, like next to the cemetery.
Yeah.
There's still that whole side. It's all there's a bunch of graffiti pieces on that. And on the next side, there's still a bunch of pieces on that.
Yeah, because one of the dudes that I know from Boa Heights, yeah, he paints on evergreen.
Sure. You remember what his name is?
Flores, David.
David Flores.
He's cool. What's up, man? You're watching. Yeah, I know that he's always painting on evergreen, or he stays around there. But yeah, so.
Yeah. No, it's good walls. That one was done a while ago, and I think that was one of the wonderful times that he came down, and we.
Your friend, what is it?
Keo. I always thought this guy is like and he is just like the godfather of the local area.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was the first wall that we ever did back in high school. We had no business painting on a wall. Like we had no business.
It's pretty much everybody though.
Yeah.
Like,
but we for sure didn't. Like, but we went out there Saturday morning, and he was just like walking by, and he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" Super nice. And then he showed me the ropes. How it works, and it's been a good relationship.
So when did you paint that wall? What the photo? When was the photo?
It was a while ago. Yeah. Because they stopped letting you paint back there 5-6 years ago.
Oh, so that was like you could just walk in but now you're like, you better.
Oh, you can't. You can't
get
do
caught
anything
up over
back
there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught up over there. This last one, or this next picture in the background, that was done in my backyard.
Like a practice.
Yeah.
And what have you always done graph, or is it like where you first started like drawing, or have you always just drawn?
Dude, I always wanted to draw, just like everybody, being young.
Yeah.
And I think just like everybody, you probably had like an art teacher who was like, "Yeah, you don't know how to draw." But like with the graffiti, it's like nobody could tell you anything. It's like
pretty much. Yeah.
Even if your tags look pretty bad, nobody's really gonna tell you anything. So I started doing graph, started skateboarding, and that was always like the best thing because you could skate and get away from cops.
Yeah.
You got caught. Not that you should be running away from cops because you're doing it all legally, of course.
Yeah.
With permits, but if you were out in the world.
No, I mean, there's people that do legal, there's people that do illegal. It's all good. It's part of the game. It's just a graph.
Yeah, well, we're all young.
Depends what you like.
Right. But I was lucky enough, at least for these, to get a lot of practice in my backyard. I know my dad kind of probably hated it, but got a lot of practice in my backyard.
Yeah, and one of the things back then was there wasn't that many like fancy cans like now.
Oh, dude.
Now you have like all these to choose from. Back then it was what, like Rustos?
Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, Rustos.
I was just talking about, because we're smelling like these Montanas and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was that Rust-Oleum blue. Rust-Oleum blue. It was like a powder blue, but it had like a blueberry smell. And oh man, it smelled so good. I had a mask, and for that color, I would take off the mask and just, and it's so bad for you. I'm sure like that's why I can't remember things
exactly.
anymore.
That's what I was gonna say. The memory problems. That's where mine came in.
Yeah.
And then like, what's it? Rust-Oleums, Krylons.
Yeah.
You know what I missed? What is it? The Montana Hardcore? Or is it Montana? The black cans with the red.
Oh yeah.
Hardcores. I think that's what they're called. Now they have something called Hardcore too.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
That's what I've seen.
Is it? I don't
even know if Belton's still around. Remember Belton?
Yeah, they're around.
Yeah, they're around.
But
those are. I haven't seen them. I've seen Montanas everywhere.
Montana Gold is mostly Montana Gold and Black is mostly like the main ones.
Yeah.
But I know that the one I like was that Hardcore one. I don't know why. I think it just had something with the pressure or something.
You could just get those big, like if you put a fat cap on it, just get big old fills.
Did you ever go to other like what do you call it? Like the Venice Walls and stuff? Or the Belmont Tunnel?
So the Belmont Tunnel, that's a beautiful story. The first time I ever heard hip hop was on the way to the Belmont Tunnel. My brother was driving me there, and we listened to Immortal Technique.
Oh, Technique, yeah.
Yeah, dude, Immortal Technique's Poverty of Philosophy, and I had bought some spray cans. I went with him and his friend. He drove me to the Belmont Tunnel, and I painted on the inside, like they had the station, and outside you had like those indigenous guys playing that one sport nobody knew. 'Cause it's not like soccer, but it's like some other stuff. So yeah, man, like that was a really good time. I actually painted it. The second time that I painted it, and I think this will be a confession to my dad. because the
Is he
second
watching?
time,
Is he watching?
he might be for sure. He's gonna check it out eventually. The second time I painted it, we got out early from Garfield High,
Yeah.
and me and my buddy Sly at the time, we went. He wrote Sly. We took off. We got on the bus and went to the Belmont Tunnel. I was like, dude, I got you. I got the spot. Dude, we're so dumb. We're walking down the hill. We pass a cop car that's parked at the top of the hill. We pass them. We have backpacks on with spray cans.
Yeah.
We walk down the way into the little station and we start tagging it up.
Damn.
And then it must have been 5 minutes later that these cops walk in. They're like, "Come on, guys, really?" And that's it. We get thrown in the cop car. We get a ticket. They let us go though, thankfully, that we had to appear in court. So I just told my dad, I was like, "Hey, I took spray cans to school. They caught me at school. Like, we got to go to court."
Yeah, we didn't know you were all the way.
He didn't know I was all the way in Belmont at the Belmont Tunnel, but
Yeah, that's the kind of.
that's the kind of
You
stuff.
just you just get excited, you know.
It was nice, man.
Because I remember doing it. It was like freedom. Because I was, same like 16, 17, and
Yeah.
to just start spraying and just kind of putting what's in your head on the wall. And
Oh yeah. I think that's what it is now. Because for a long time, started to get older, and it's like, you stop doing it.
yeah,
and
it just everybody starts, it goes like zigzag.
yeah. Metro PCS doesn't pay itself, So
Exactly.
you gotta do something. You gotta pay the bills, and then you start finding it, again, and then that's kind of where we're at today.
Exactly.
find
That's
the
why
love
we
for art.
came up with this, just because me
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna practice with some spray cans again, because I used to do it back in the days, but illegally. But now, I have this chance to do it. Just kind of, if people can watch me, I'm like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Then it started revolving,
Yeah.
where more it's into like acrylic painting, watercolor. Now all these artists that are coming, but it's like I said, my passion is spray paint. Just
Definitely.
being
There's
able
something
to-
about that. Lately, man, I've been watching Netflix has Bob Ross. the
Yeah,
dude that does,
yeah.
So I just sit there and watch a bunch of Bob Ross before we go to bed. Me and the girl would just be looking at this guy just make trees, and it's super cool. I get that. There's something though about a spray can, like when you see a dude with really good can control.
Yeah.
That just starts making these really thin lines and just explodes into these fat, clean, big lines. And you're just like, dude, that's insane.
You seen that guy's stuff, Softless?
Selfless.
I think
Yeah,
that's how
I
you
follow
pronounce it,
him.
or Soffles or something. But I know that, he
Have you seen Helio Bray?
Helio, probably a lot of it.
Bray?
I'll recognize the art itself.
The stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on. I think he's from Portugal,
Yeah.
and you just see his can control. You're like, dude, that would have taken me a couple passes, and he just goes,
No,
Beautiful.
even so, right now, it's like you stop and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna pick up like this one. It's like you can call it a wood panel, right? And,
Right.
And then just practice on it.
Yeah, I think this was holding up a window.
Yeah.
in my
You just unscrew it. No,
yeah.
I gotta go paint.
Yeah, I think we use it whenever it starts getting really cold, and my dad just starts blocking out windows.
Hey man,
I guess it's cheaper
It
than
works.
insulation. It's
it
beautiful.
works.
Yeah.
So and then what else? What other tunnels did you hit?
We didn't. There was a place in East LA called. We used to call it Frogland.
Frogland.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard about it. It's
Nah.
heading out towards, you're heading out towards Cal State LA,
Okay,
on
like,
Eastern
yeah.
and something like that. We used to kind of skate there. You'd have to take old shoes though, but it was
So-
literally a tunnel, like an aqueduct or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was frogs there, so that's why they called it Frogland.
Frogland.
But it was, we went skateboarding a couple times in there and just we'd bomb it, So just nonstop pieces. That was the thing back then. And then
Yeah.
I may have done a middle school, but I won't say which one.
Yeah, I think I ended up doing that one on the high school.
Oh, see,
Can't say which one either.
I mean,
we
you
went-
felt like the man the next day, right? You're like, I don't know who did this, but they got
Yeah.
talent. Yeah.
But what's this other place? I know there's a place. I forgot the name, but now that they built the new metro, the new, like
yeah.
it goes right through it, like as if it never existed, because they redid everything. They took down it's like it goes under the freeway. It's
yeah.
it was a yard. Forgot the name of it, but it goes under the freeway. Back then, before the metro, it was just closed off. It was like a huge
Yeah.
opening, and you could just go in there.
Well, you know what's crazy, man? Like did you ever paint like at the Arts District? Because I remember like
Down here on the
down here,
yeah,
like, but like now it's like it's weird. People love graffiti, like they love to see it,
yeah,
but they don't like to see people doing it,
yeah. It's
and they don't like to just not
yeah. That's
just
why a
like
lot of cats just sneak out down there now. They're just like destroy
Yeah.
everything down there.
It makes sense because it was. I remember like people going down there and painting open day, nobody caring,
Yeah,
no matter what it was, and it was just always rotating. And then the only piece that stayed there forever was that cartoon one that said
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But I don't know what happened. Like that whole area just got very hipstery, and then people like they didn't let you paint. I
It's
guess.
like this is what you said. You know, they'll they like it, but they don't want to see you doing it.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that one dude, what was it? Or the MT when they had the huge MTA, it was down here also, right?
Uh-huh.
Like right on the river. Then
Oh, yeah,
and then
Saber, when he did
Saber also
Saber.
had that huge piece.
That piece was nuts, man.
You got to see it in person, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are
I know I
right
took
here.
a picture in front of the. I didn't bring that picture, but I took a picture in front of it. You know, I was like super skinny me though. You know, back in the day.
Yeah.
And we just went down there just to take a look at it. You know, there was another guy that did a piece. I think it was a big YR, but down over there by the LA Zoo.
Yeah.
And it was just a giant black and white YR, and they got rid of that too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it takes more than one
He said
one
it took
session, right? Like you got to go back a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, he said it took a year, right? The Saber piece took like
Yeah,
a year.
yeah,
and
he
it
was
took-
just going back and forth.
Right. That's a lot of dedication.
Yeah, I saw that, and then over there where I used to stay, there was like I guess it's like part of the LA River, but it's just like smaller, and they had those kind of walls. And I went out there. I'm like, I'm gonna imitate that. I'm gonna try.
Oh
doing that.
yeah.
But I didn't do that big.
Nah.
Mine stayed for like I don't know half a year until somebody went over it.
Right.
But you know, I was like, yeah, I'm up there now.
That's a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell, like to try to describe that feeling to everybody else. Yeah.
But it's the same feeling, like you said right now, that you can sit and watch Bob Ross.
Right.
You know, I guess it's like an artist thing, because I could just sit there too and just kind of just chill and be like, I get this guy, you know, I know what's going on. Whereas if like a sibling of mine, like she's not an artist or something, she'd be like, what the hell's this, you know? Change the channel or.
Yeah.
But
And this
yeah.
guy's just making a bush, like he's
Yeah,
making some
yeah. Like,
trees.
what's so? Well,
Oh, but it's so crazy to watch.
yeah. Me, I would be like, oh damn, I'm gonna use that technique next time, or I'm gonna use because that his intention was that, like, so you learn something from it,
Yeah.
and just kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Right, man. For sure.
Yeah, and then so you just doing drawing, and then you started doing graph, and you said you didn't go to school for it though, right? You said you.
No, man. I went to college, but I went to college for, and after I went to Santa Monica College for like 3 years.
I went there too.
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
a
We all listened to
semester.
K-Rock. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go to UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, after that didn't work out. I went to UC Merced and I studied history, which was a good time. It's something I liked.
Yeah.
But there, since the campus was so new, like all the clubs were all new, and I was able to become like the second president to the art club there.
The art club.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I just
What'd
had
you
people
guys do?
draw.
What'd you guys?
I wish we did more, but I was trying to teach people how to do graffiti,
Yeah.
can control. That was the most important thing I was trying to teach.
Oh,
them.
they
Yeah.
let you do that? They
Oh
let you-
yeah. I brought
They weren't like,
cans
oh
and-
no, that's graffiti and don't. Because I know back then, you know, it wasn't that. Not a lot of people were into it. Now it's more, they're kind of more lenient, like more.
Right. It started moving to galleries and there's
Yeah.
more shows on it.
Yeah, because back then it was like '05, you know, nobody actually '04, nobody was like, oh, let's put graffiti in the gallery, or even the graph writers were like, fuck that, you know, I'm not gonna.
Do you remember on Valley there was Crew West? Man
West?
One was the dude that started that Crew West. Man One and Vile. I don't know if
Okay.
Vile had anything to do with it. I know that they were just buddies.
Yeah.
But Crew West was like the first, because it was up the street right there in Alhambra by the Jiffy Lube, and they started that little what is it, a graffiti gallery. that dude Man One was doing like all over the place around here. He was doing those Coca-Cola graffiti
Yeah.
things like on all liquor stores, and they were nice, man. They were nice. But that was like the first time when we would go to a gallery and be like, oh man, this is nice. But the prices, I mean, they were selling art. The prices were like grands, you know? And I was like, oh, dude. You know, but you just bring your black book and he'll sign it. Other artists will sign your black book, and it was pretty cool.
Black Book Session. I think they started doing that also like years ago, right? Where
Yeah.
it was just, I'd never been to one, but I know that you could just show up and everybody's.
Do your thing and start writing.
Yeah.
You'd be like the jerk, right? If you wrote like on the permanent side.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, pick a page.
You get probably messed up. They jump your ass.
Dudes would get upset.
It's serious shit.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah.
Take it serious. But over there, I don't know if you ever been to that. There was a store on Melrose. You get your supplies from. Like,
Yeah. By the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Is that the one? No. The hip hop place. The hip hop
Yeah,
place,
yeah,
the
yeah.
second story. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there for a concert. I think we saw Murs or somebody like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the second story. I think it was called Fat Beats. Is that the place?
That was down the street, but there was another one in the middle where they
Foodie
sold
place?
clothes, and like it was weird. Like if you bought, I think a certain item, you get a CD or something. Like they didn't sell it to you directly, but if you bought a sticker, like you can do this. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Fuck, I forgot the name of it, but that was the spot. Like you needed markers or streaks, I believe, or I think I would get tips from there.
Yeah, man. That's.
And then the Melrose Alley, that was the gallery. That was like where everybody, you can see some dope ass pieces.
Oh man. Yeah. There's way back in the day, there was like a 99-cent store on Whittier Boulevard that we used to go and they would let us buy cans. You know?
Yeah, they were like, fuck it.
Woo. They were like, and they were 99 cents, and you'd get like just a bunch of blacks and a bunch of whites. Just call it a day. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
They just walk in. They're like, sure, how many you want? And you leave with like 20. And I'm like, fine, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah.
It was a different time. And that's not even that long ago, you know? You start to think that's not that long ago. But yeah, kids now are, well, you got to be 18, I guess, to buy them. But
yeah, I think it's like, it's got more serious or something, like if you fuck up. That's why, you know, it's your own risk.
It really is. It really is. Yeah. I don't think that it's that bad, right? I mean, I think you get a ticket, right? I hope you just get a ticket.
I don't know. I never got caught up, so like, you know, I was always like smart about it. So, cause then
I guess I'm thinking now, since I got a car payment and some rent. You know,
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Maybe I gotta be very careful, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like, fuck. I don't want to pay just random tickets for random shit.
I already do that for parking.
Yeah,
Might as well make it for art. I think that's not a bad deal. Yeah, man.
So, you say you also do like brush, right? You work with brush.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if we passed it, but one of the pictures I did, I did it for a teacher of mine. She had a Coach purse that was just blank.
Oh yeah, I think somewhere in there.
Super awesome. This was another one that we did by Evergreen, but it was like just the backyard. It was an alley. That was the person in the middle. But there was the purse that I did, and I had the teacher, dude, super cool in art, and she's like, take this, draw whatever you want on it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, man, I don't know what it is. I'm like, you know how Bob Ross is. I hate bringing him up, but
no, I mean, it's just a lot of
trees.
people grew up watching him. A lot of people, you know, that was your influence. Like he was painting with brush, but you're like, I don't know how to use brush. I don't know how to use acrylic. Spray paint's the closest thing.
That's it. Well, the way that he was with trees and landscapes, for whatever reason, whenever I'd get acrylic, I was into drawing boats.
Yeah, I saw that you had a little boat.
Had a little boat.
Yeah,
had
on
a
the
little
purse,
boat.
huh?
There was always a boat. It was. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like early on we went to that Norton Simon Museum of Art. There we go. We went to that Norton Museum of Art, and I just always liked Impressionism. I think like everybody else liked Impressionism and Rococo and just those colors, those bright colors of that style.
So we get inspired.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, every single time I draw something with acrylics, it would always look like that. And I always drew a boat. It was just always looked like some Rembrandt And I'm not saying I'm like Rembrandt.
Yeah, of course.
Not at all. But it would always look like, I always like to draw some ocean stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
So,
never,
sometimes-
probably in your subconscious, that's what you like.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If I knew how to draw a little bit better, you know, because I do feel like there's limitations to this, you know, I'd probably be drawing like Van Gogh stuff, you know, like those.
Yeah. But
Starry
hey, you got a whole
Nights and
lifetime. You just pick
keep
up
drawing.
and just kind of practice. That's
right.
what I've been doing. Is like, I can't do that. Well, let me try it. And
Yeah.
then after a few tries, it'll eventually get.
It comes out a little bit.
It was like, I mean, that's how you started, right? When you,
Yeah.
I don't know if you started, but I used to like, you know, use streaks and like
yeah.
fat ass markers and just kind of hit up stuff,
Yeah.
catch tags here and there, and then like slowly into spray paint. Like I was whack.
Oh,
But then like you start figuring out the flares and
the flares, man.
yeah.
There's nothing better in life, I think, than a good flare tag. You're just looking at it, you're like, oh man, looks so good.
Yeah, and then it's, you know, you evolve.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the same thing with the painting. I mean,
That's what it is. That's what it is.
you'll probably, like you said, you're gonna be like super good once you just keep going at it.
It's weird how different though it is, right? Like you're like, oh yeah, man, that's a Messiah piece, and it's a boat. You're like, what's
It's a
going
boat.
on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my stuff is the same. Like you'll see the graph I do, which is like more like animation kind of thing,
Mhm.
like 2D, like not so
Okay.
much like on the 3D side. And then you'll see like my paintings where they're more like symbolic. More, I'm trying to put more messages in them.
Yeah.
Especially right now with like the environment stuff, I try to do that.
Right.
Yeah, where you said the Primera Taza. That's what I was.
Yeah,
The
we're both
painting,
there at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
at the same time. You're drawing like a bee or a hornet.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it was a bee. It's
The
because the
hornata.
whole, you know how they're saying the bees are dying out.
Yes.
So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna bust the bee just
Yeah.
just kind of people get a little bit more aware of it. Maybe it'll spark somebody and do something about it.
Yeah.
If I can't really do something about it, or my way is just to put it out there that, you know, we're messing up.
Yeah, the bees are nuts, man. We used to, again, where I went to school, UC Merced, we're in the middle of like all farmlands.
Yeah.
And you would see that like in the middle of almond fields, you'll see like those big white, you know, freaking just crates of nothing but bees. And they rely on nothing but bees out there to pollinate all their plants.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's weird. You literally, the only reason we got almonds is because these little creatures just go around and just pollinate all these trees, you know? It's
Yeah, that's
weird.
exactly like the kind of stuff I would read, and I'm like, well, people kind of need to know a little bit more about it, so I'm gonna paint a bee, and
Yeah.
and that's where you said did you see me painting or
I saw you painting. We're listening to the band. The band was actually the band was good. And we had a bucket.
yeah
You know, and you were painting. I was like, man, I'll probably hit you up.
yeah I
later.
had a couple of people like, you know, asking about it, and then that's where I came in and like, you know, you gotta hop on that bee stuff. If you
Right.
have some kind of connection that can help out, you should, you know, hook it up or do something about it. And they're like, yeah.
I like art like that. That's more obvious, you know. Yours
Yeah.
was a bee. The message was about bees.
Yeah.
It's always tough whenever you see like a stick, and then you're like, oh, this actually has to do with like
Yeah.
space and how we're focusing too much on blah blah blah, and it just gets crazy. It's like, I don't know. I didn't see any of that message.
Yeah, and then that same day we had done the show here, and then I did a little canvas one, and I painted. I think it was like breaking barriers with art. It was like a couple of. It was something quick because, you know, like I mentioned, I was really super sick, so from
Yeah,
I went
man.
one place to the other one. But it was a good thing that I went because I was thinking about it. I'm like, should I go? Because I'm like, you know, I don't even know if I'm gonna get a fever or not. Because if I wouldn't have gone, we wouldn't have met, or we would have.
Right, heard about you, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wasn't planning on it. I was kind of close with other responsibilities.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just stop by. And I was like, hey, man, our homeboy at Primera Taza was like, hey, meet Efren. You know, if you like art, man. They didn't know I did graffiti. I just been showing up for coffee.
Yeah. I
those
mean,
guys.
that's the kind of that's what, you know, the Eskwilax hours. That's how we go about it. Like I meet a friend. He's like, oh, you know, I have this other homie, and I have this other homie. You know, he does graph or he paints, or I'm like, yeah, shoot him through. Just
Right.
we try not to like be like, oh, well, you know, you're whack, so you can't come, or you're
I'm sure I would have been the first one to be like, nah, bro, it's not gonna happen.
Be like, nah, don't bring that
Son,
guy. Nah. No,
his
it's just
toy.
like whoever. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, some people be like, that's whose toy. Why you bring him on?
Yeah. I
But
haven't
nah.
heard toy in so long. Like that's one of the things. All right, that's the website. I'll post pictures of new stuff. Dudefromla.com. That's a website. Follow me if you guys want to take a look at new pictures or.
Do you sell your art from there, or it's just like a gallery, like an online gallery?
Yeah, just to take a look at some pictures. I don't know if anybody wants the board.
You never know, because
you guys can have it.
a lot of the audience, you don't know where they're watching from. Some of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
In which case, $100.
Yeah, you guys heard it from here. You guys can find them on Dude from. Well, this one got cut up, but they can see it.
No,
like
they can see it in the corner. Dudefromla.com. That one's to promote the podcast. The dude, we.
Oh yeah, we want to tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a lot like kind of what we do here. We just sit and talk. I got a buddy of mine. We used to have a YouTube
Yeah.
show called Churros y Puros.
Yeah.
And we're the freaking churros, I guess, and we just chill and smoke cigars. I've been smoking cigars since I was 18, which is the nuttiest thing because nobody ever thinks that you're 18 smoking some of the fanciest cigars on the planet. So now I got like this super good collection of Cuban cigars, and they're just they're awesome, right? And I've learned a lot about cigars because we did that. A lot of people were sending us stuff, and
Were you guys reviewing them or like
reviewing them.
Oh, that's smart.
And the more we reviewed them, there was one time that we talked smack about one cigar because it was really bad. We called it our feats. Churros y Puros is feats of extreme stupidity.
Yeah.
It got like the most hits because we're like throwing up almost on the freaking. It smelled like perfume.
Yeah.
You know, it was really bad. It smelled like Draquois Noir in a cigar.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
Horrible.
Like,
But
shit.
the company reached out to us. They're like, sorry you guys didn't like it. Take a look at these cigars, and here's some shirts and some hats.
Oh, okay. I thought they would have been like, you better take it down. Like,
Oh, it was beautiful.
that's
They're one
good.
of the best companies, Drew Estate Cigars. They're honestly now one of my favorite companies. They just made a cigar for somebody else that I'm still not a fan of.
Yeah.
Taste is
course.
weird. Some people love it. I'm not gonna lie. And
This is
I don't
dope,
like,
though.
I don't like Indian food,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that love Indian food.
Yeah.
So I get it. You know, taste is interesting.
And everybody has their own
Their own
what they
little
like.
flavors.
You can't force
Right.
people.
We had that, and then we started doing the podcast. So we're just sit down, talk smack, and
Is that what goes? Is that you still doing that yet, or
yeah, we just started.
where can they
so
find you on Dudes and?
Dude from LA for now.
Yeah.
Any new episodes will be posted on there. I'll have my own little Dude from LA podcast where I'll talk to people. Since right now I currently work for some beer company.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some beer company. I'll interview people about beer, or we'll chill and have beers.
And how come you guys switched from YouTube to podcast? Is it easier
I think
not
that's a trend. Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah?
that's the trend for. I don't know, man. We just being able to sit down and talk, kind of like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I think eventually we'll just start recording stuff and putting it up, but I don't know. Getting older, not looking as pretty as I was before. You know what I'm
You
saying?
tell me about it. If you watch my episode, you can see me go from like this size to this
Oh,
size to back
dude.
this size.
Oh, dude, it's winter,
Yeah.
man. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get our summer bodies
Yeah.
soon. You know.
That's
it'll start to
dope.
happen.
But you said churros and
Churros y Puros. That was
Churros y
us.
Puros.
That was us. So
is
you'll
it still
see-
active?
Not on the
Not anymore?
videos. You could still catch them on YouTube. Take a
No,
look
that's
at
why.
'em. Oh yeah,
yeah.
you
YouTube.
could still see
Maybe
'em.
people would wanna.
Take a look.
Yeah.
Take a look at a young us trying out cigars that we have no business.
Was it
trying.
when YouTube was like barely starting?
First coming out? Man,
Yeah,
for sure.
I remember that. It was
Sure.
like you couldn't just upload videos like now.
Right.
It was like a whole process to it.
It was a thing. You had to have like certain amount of views to do stuff.
Yeah.
And we reached it. Like we became a channel that was like, it got up there.
Dang.
We could have been like the Dolan twins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why
I
I'm like,
only know
I'm
them because
like-
of my little sister, but we could have been like the Dolan twins, just going out trying cigars and wine and stuff like that.
Yeah, you just didn't keep it up. You I mean other stuff came
Yeah, I
up.
went to school.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, how that goes, and I think the same thing with the graffiti. But now we're back home. That's the beautiful thing about being in Boyle Heights. You're just back home, and you're back into the
Yeah,
world
you're
of
in
it all.
nature.
That's right.
Your old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
No, because I was telling you, like, the other day, my friends were showing me this YouTube channel. It was like this little kid that reviews toys.
No way.
And then I read about it, and I was like,
No
it's
way.
telling how, like, one video, he got paid, like, some thousands.
To review a toy?
Yeah, and I was like, what?
Well, there's that kid that reviews candles.
Candles?
Candles, you'll like the Yankee
Start
candles.
reviewing spray paint.
Do it. Do
Look at
Rust-Oleum
this flare.
blue. Oh, I'm telling
Unless
you.
somebody already does it, but
Makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Yeah. But that Rust-Oleum blue will bring that back. Have people sniff and paint. I mean,
jungle green Krylon. That's
Oh,
like
jungle
the.
Krylon is terrible. I'm glad I turned off my phone.
Oh no, you can take.
Calls.
Yeah, be like, hey, what's up? I'm on
Hola
the show.
madre, ¿cómo estamos?
Yeah. Hey, you can pretty much shout out people. Just the homie, I guess he forgot that we're live.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, shout out to everybody who's watching live. Yayo, Efren, let's see, Victoria, couple more that they're always out there keep supporting.
Oh, it's wonderful, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
You wanna
Shout out
you got
to
anybody that let you know, or you just came secretly?
Man, if I start shouting out, people are gonna be like, "How come you didn't shout me out?" You know, just shout out to everybody. Everybody, y'all know who you are. I'll tag you guys in the video later. That's it. Let's keep it like that. Shout
So
out to my
with your
girlfriend, 'cause she'll get mad if I don't say hi. What's up, Sochi?
he has to.
Yeah. Other than that, what's up, everybody?
You do you do exhibits? Do you show your acrylic?
Want to, man? I think that's the next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Do you
start.
paint big, like if you were doing graffiti, or do you paint small?
I think for the most part, I'm gonna start narrowing it down. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start figuring that out. Gotta have more of a space and more of these canvases to be able to just kind of play with things. Cause I like painting just like that wall, you know. Just I like having space and.
Do you have? Oh, you said you have like a backyard, right?
Got a
That's
backyard,
Yeah, that's
which is-
good.
Which is great.
Practice.
Yeah, my dad painted over it. You know, it's his backyard now, so.
Models. Yeah.
That's it. And it's raining, you know, so we'll see when. But we'll start getting back into the rhythm of things.
Yeah, you can always send us more photos like later once you do more stuff.
Okay.
We have a section like in some of those shows where we just share like the art
Oh, okay.
that people are currently doing. Sometimes they send it through email or they're like Instagram, Facebook, they'll send it and I'll like feature it like the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great, man.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we keep up with the artists, or just share other artists that can't make it out here to Boyle Heights. Because I'm telling you, we have viewers from like different parts. Like I remember, was it last week? This dude named Tomoaki came by, Japanese, and there were
Yeah,
people from
yeah,
Japan
yeah.
watching. So yeah, I don't know how many are watching now. So.
Were you speaking in Japanese?
No, he was.
He was. You're lip syncing. You're just moving your mouth. I don't know. I saw the.
No,
video,
no,
I was like,
he
this
was.
guy's
No, I was just
Eskwilax?
kind of trying to keep up because, you know, we had like the language kind of barrier, but,
Right.
you know, I was just like, well, you know, I met him like this, and then I'm like, all right, you know, you tell the audience because.
I saw the video. I swear to God, I thought you were speaking Japanese. I was like, oh man.
Hey,
I'm walking
if
in.
it looks like that, that'd be cool. I don't mind.
It maybe the video was that small. I was like, is he moving his lips? Like, you know, damn, we got to go to a sushi restaurant and let you order, man. Because it looked like you knew.
Next time I'll have him stand behind the camera, and I'll be like,
Just move your mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Huh. It'll
Watch-
look
watch-
like a Jackie Chan movie dubbed
Yeah.
over. You know, it'd be good.
yeah, because we're always doing like that kind of. Because in the beginning, that's what I'm saying. Like we get like creative to well, however we want or we need to, when it comes to art or just presenting everybody's work.
Yeah, it's good that you guys have the freedom to do that here. You know?
Yeah, that's why like we don't really have like a set format. Because one day we'll do this, another day we'll do that, and then I don't know if you've seen that we're gonna do like a art battle.
Right.
And I'm still working on that. On the 17th, yeah, next month.
Oh shoot.
Because it's episode 100.
Gotta do something big for 100.
And I'm just trying to get everybody in the same page because, you know, everybody, like, they'll be at school, they'll be at work around this time, especially on a Friday. You know, some Fridays you're getting ready to, I don't know, go out to dinner
Oh
or.
man, yeah. Today, man, I had to run through my day real quick and
Yeah, of
had to
course.
hit up the doctors. I was still feeling kind of kind of sick.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
see?
oh yeah, see. So it was like, and then you had like the storm of all storms. They say it doesn't rain in LA, and it was.
No, yeah, no. We were at the coffee shop and it was just like I uploaded a video. It was just like pouring. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You
But,
felt like you're in Forrest Gump in that scene when he's talking about sideways rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you don't see it every then. But So right now you said you don't have any exhibits because you're trying to get. I mean, because people watch our show and you know, like there was a she came on like 5-6 episodes back. This, I think his name is Ana Maria, and I told her that my friend has a gallery, and I asked my friend, hey, do you need more artists for the group show? He's curating a group show, and you know, people link up now because that's what we're about. We try to link everybody up, trying to make, and the dudes from Art Wars, they're gonna do their like it's an event over there at Boyle Heights, man, like the city hall, I think. No, not I don't know what you call it.
They have a city hall?
Not a city hall, but like, you know, over there on, was it First and something, where Weezer's at.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it in the parking. Yeah, in the offices. They're gonna do it in the
Yeah.
parking. They're gonna have their event there.
Yeah, I've been there once before too.
Yeah. So like,
it's an old Masonic temple.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out to
what
my Freemason buddies out there.
that's what the other day when I went there, that's what they were like. Yeah, we're in an old temple. I was like, all right, cool.
They built in 1920 something or like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna be there, the Art Wars. That's like February 25th, I think. I bad with the dates and just bad with memory. But I'm gonna be painting there live and
okay.
And then just how we work, you know, somebody will see somebody else's stuff and everybody starts working together. So that's what I started to like now, that a lot of the people that have shown up in the past 10 episodes started linking up and just kind of working together.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm glad people were like, because I remember back before, people didn't really want to help anybody else out. You know, it's like I don't want to help because it's gonna, like, I just want to promote my own stuff. And I think that's a lot of times with like what graffiti is. Like, it's just kind of very individualistic.
Egos.
Right, yeah. But it's not. There's no reason to be like that. Like you said, Sofles, and I said Helio Bray. They both have different styles.
Yeah.
Like they just different styles, but they're both really good in their own right. So you know, there's always, it's like styles of music, you know, just different bands for different people. And
I think it's just the technology making it easier too, that people, because like, hey, you know, you're gonna be at this event, so you know, could we meet and I can show you some of my stuff, or whereas it's like you said, everybody's just kind of more to themselves and for themselves.
Back in the day, man, I took the Montebello blue line back, you know, back this way. I think it was a blue line. It was just the one that comes from Garfield over here. And I saw some dude tagging in the back. You know, and then I was like, oh snap! Like, you know, let me ask.
Hey, homie, where you right?
It was some dude, Keen. Keen back in the day was like, I mean, at least when I was writing, this dude was kind of like Chaka in his own scope. He was everywhere I went, I saw this dude. So I was like, I wonder who this is. And I finally saw him. And that's how you just met people. You didn't hit them up online on their
you just
DMs
randomly.
And be like, what's up, man? But you just met them somewhere, and then they're like, hey, what's up? And it's like, turns out he lived by my house.
Yeah, it probably took the same
same route.
Yeah, same route, and then that's how you kept seeing them.
That's right. And that's how I got the tip. Like, I brought my spray cans in my lunch bag.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, dude, like my lady, he'll go riding like at 3 a.m.
With a lunch bag?
With a lunch bag. And he said he'll put like burritos on top of it. So it would look like he's going, like if cops pulled him over, it'll be like, that's my lunch, man. And underneath he'll have like the spray cans, you know?
Yeah, you gotta be like,
stealth about it.
Yeah, stealthy, ingenious. I don't know what the word is, but
you got a little 007 in you.
Yeah, I remember my mom would watch her sew, like with a needle and thread, and then I'm like, So I got this towel, and then I folded it in half, and then I sewed it together, and then I got some like canvas cloth like this on the bottom, sewed that part, so and then I would stick the cans in there, so even if I would run, you can't hear them.
You can't hear them
because of the.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
And now they invented the magnets. Have you seen that? Where they just like you
Yeah.
could put a magnet on the side, and it'll hold the little canica, the little ball, the little marble.
I
So they
had
don't
heard
rattle.
that from a cop. Like,
Yeah.
we had like a high school cop, and he would come in and he's like, you know, you guys aren't experts. You guys don't know about the magnet and the little ball inside. I'm like, I didn't know about it, but now I
But
do.
now I do.
Yeah.
I hate it, man. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
I had a job once that the first thing that they started telling us was like, okay, guys,
Don't do this.
don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, because that's how you steal money from us.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's like, hey, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Like, why would you tell people?
why would you tell me that? I had no idea how to do this.
Yeah.
I never did.
Yeah, of
did.
course.
Just saying.
No, yeah, that I'm like the whole magnet thing. I'm like that just sounds like a hassle. I'm like I'm just gonna make my own bag. And
That's right. Yeah.
And
You
then
learn how to sew too.
and then yeah, I just made the bag. And yeah, it was good because I would carry a bunch, like at least I don't know. You can fit 6 on the bottom and then like 4 more on top.
Oh, dude. That's
Yeah,
it.
and I used it for a while.
Uh-huh.
Then I guess I just grew out of graph and I
Yeah,
forgot
man.
where to put it.
So what are you doing now? Like, is it just a lot of acrylics? I mean, you do some
Yeah,
saw that.
I mean, whenever I need
Still
to use spray paint, I use spray paint. But if I have time, I use acrylic. So
Yeah. There's something
Or
cool about acrylics. You can
sometimes
mess
I'll
with
do like
colors.
those live things where I'm drawing with like Sharpie. So
Yeah.
you do that with like Prismas,
Yeah.
Sharpies.
Yeah. I got some, man. Prismas. Yeah. I remember I had a set, and then I think some little kid at my house probably just used them up for something random.
Mine's dried out.
Yeah, and they dry out.
They dry out. So
Yeah, Prismas are cool. I think now just pencil, just straight up pencil, and just
do you
sketch.
upload that stuff to your
Right
your
now,
website?
it's gonna
Yeah.
go up there. You're gonna see
All
some
right, so
stuff.
you
I
guys
wanted,
know.
I wanted to wait till today to just kind of unveil it, here and be like, check out the website, and I'll start putting up stuff for you guys to take a look at and hopefully like. And
Or maybe you could put this on your page.
Oh, it's gonna
because
go
we're
up
gonna
there?
put it on YouTube too.
yeah, I'll share it on there, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Do you have anything else to add? Like, you wanna tell people that? Do you do custom work? Do you, like if they want like their name hit up or?
No, man, I don't have time for that.
All
I wish
right.
I had time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I had time. I remember back in the day, like that was some people would just write like a cute little note to somebody.
Yeah.
Not me. I'd write like the girl's name and be like, here you go. It's like.
I think that's all the
so-
graph writers.
so every graph writer.
Because I remember
"Okay,
doing
you do
that
my
too. I remember going to Venice Beach and did like busted her name. I'm like, all right, happy birthday.
name." It was always a happy birthday. It was
Yeah.
always a, happy quinceañera or whatever.
Yeah. I just found a reason to go write. I mean, to
That's
go
it.
paint. Because
That's it. Reason to get a girlfriend for sure.
I was just like, I'm gonna go bust some graph, and might as well just combine the two things.
Right,
get
right.
at the girls and get some graph.
Yeah. I know some people probably got upset. They're like, man, I saw you did a piece for her, and I saw it
Yeah,
on her
yeah.
notebook."
I
It's
remember.
like, man.
Yeah. Because
just-
you're not special. That's not.
He's like, I'm just, she asked me, man. We're all friends. It's all good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's. So right now you said you're doing it. You're going back to it, right? You're
Yeah.
into it. You're
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to.
yeah.
start
So I'm
doing-
hoping, like just little by little, we'll get some pieces showcased in some, in different places. Primera Taza said, "What's up, man? Hang some stuff here."
Yeah, the dude's pretty cool. If he's watching Chewy,
That's it.
you can always show him your
Chewy,
stuff.
man. Yeah.
The big Chewy and Angel, he was the one that works there.
Yeah. Angel's Hand.
So I have some of my stuff in there.
That's
so
right. I saw it today.
The
I saw
big
it today.
fish and like I have like the chicken in there. That's like me. You see that chicken? We used to have it at this coffee shop. We used to have it
Oh,
here,
yeah?
and then we moved it over there.
That's me with Luigi. Like I always tend to draw
Luigi?
Luigi. Yeah.
Yeah?
For whatever reason.
Is it your character?
So it's my
Because
character.
everybody has that one character.
Everybody has a character.
Yeah.
That kind of became my character. So I got like a cool little hack, an easy way to do it. But yeah, it just started to become like I did it everywhere. To this day, just
So
a
you
little-
bust just Luigi like
it'll come out easy.
eyes closed, like
Oh, we got the technique down.
Yeah.
Years of doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What about Mario? No Mario.
I could do a Mario.
But Luigi's
Luigi has like a certain flair to him since he's angled, Mario has the Lisa Mario that I do, like he's looking at you forward, and it kind of looks good, but it just doesn't have that same, like in graph you have exaggerated areas,
Yeah.
you could just do this side bigger. And Luigi's kind of like that. You could do his hat really big, and
Yeah.
there's a certain little technique I do. We'll show it on the website eventually.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you from
That's
the
fair.
graph, man. You want to bring your cans in?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
And yeah, I'll just keep asking you, just random, the way we go on the Eskwilax hour. And maybe I'll check online if somebody wants to ask a question. Let me try to get you something to put that on. Yeah, just for like the first.
Oh, it's cool music, man.
Hi, my name is Dan. It's been almost 5 years now. 5 years since we were taken.
No, you were found.
Or more like, we were found. Everything here
It's cleaner.
is much cleaner.
Yes.
I don't really feel any older,
You're not any older.
but then again, I'm not. Sail away, come on our ship. We will be your friends forever or whatever. Come with me to another place. There is no disease
scene opens on a lonely human. It has been 20 years.
It's hard to believe. It's been almost 20 years now. I don't really remember my wife,
Well, she was a whore.
but they tell me she was a whore.
You're special.
They tell me I'm special
We will reward you.
and that I will be rewarded.
You're very brave.
They tell me I'm very brave, and I tell them I agree, but I
It
don't.
doesn't really matter.
Sail away on our ship. We will be your friend forever or whatever. You